I'm gonna go over a phone call I had with my father's new wife that knows nothing about the situation. I spent a year talking to her saying Dad needs to handle his health issues. We got 25 years of documents, records. We really need to handle this. I'm not asking for anything special, but we need to go down there and fix this shit. You spent 24 to 25 years causing pain to somebody else, and all you have to do is get off your ass and tell the truth, and it literally gets fixed. It might take some time, but that's all that needs to be done. She starts ignoring the conversation, dodging the question, calling it a fantasy, and then she goes, "What was that blah 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 thing you were talking about?" I go, "What the fuck is she talking about? I never said that. Sounds like drug talk." I don't know, but she said she wants to answer right away. I don't know what the hell you're talking about. I never said that weird words in a row. It doesn't, those aren't even a sentence. That's not even a sentence, Alice. That's not even any detail in it. What did I say before? What day was this? Nope, none of that. So I just tell her, it's either drug talk, but it sounds like you might have just misunderstood. This is the problem. She asks a crazy question without giving me any information. She didn't give me a date. She didn't give me the full sentence, no context. She didn't ask any follow up questions, and she wants an answer. So I gave her a good answer. It's either that you're mistaken, what most likely she's just fucking around on the text messages and the talk to text didn't work or something. And she just wants to dodge the question. So she's going to bring up some talk to text and say, "See, you're crazy because this talk to text doesn't make any sense." And then I come all the way down there, walk for 3 days straight to prove my case. I come down and I find out, oh, she's just reading a stupid talk to text that the machine messed up. Or, oh, she misunderstood the phone call because I just had a seizure, because I had no ability to talk. Something like that. And now she's just taking 3 words out of context and asking me to figure out in my whole entire life, in the last 25 years that I've known this lady. Now, she never lived with me, she never knew me, but I have talked to her on the phone and she was there at like a birthday party, or one time we visited her at Hampton for a weekend. So it could be she's talking about childhood when I was 7. It could be she was talking about when I was in my 20s. I have no clue what the fuck she's talking about because she hasn't given me any context. She hasn't given me any dates. I'm giving her everything. I'm giving her age 7, the overdose. We went to doctors. This is what my mother said. This is what my father said. This is what's happening now. This is what happened at age 16. This is what happened at age 11. This is what I'm giving so much context that there's no way you couldn't believe what's going on. There are so much detail and context in 25 years of it repeating over and over that it's very obvious that this is very real to everybody. But she's going to change the conversation to an impossible to answer question. Then she's going to belittle me. Then she's going to try to call me names. Then she's going to try to make me out to be a junkie and an addict and a drug addict. Meanwhile, they get drunk tonight and mix it with benzos. They're doing the most dangerous drugs on earth. Fentanyl, if you use too much, will kill you. The drugs my mother and father use, if you mix them together every day, they'll kill you. So, what are they doing? Oh, every single night they mix alcohol and Ativan together, and they've been doing this for years. Do you know what happens if they miss a dose or if they stop drinking now? They'll die and have seizures. That's at least what the doctors say. The doctors say that benzos and alcohol are the only 2 drugs that can kill you if you stop taking them. They're also the most addictive drugs when you do that because nobody wants to have seizures and end up in the hospital. That's why most benzo addicts never stop until their prescription's taken away, and then they're literally hospitalized. Yes, benzo addicts are the only addicts that get full hospitalization, monitors, everything. They literally get their lives monitored. They're worried that they might die in rehab. because benzo addicts, people who take 2 milligrams in the morning, 2 milligrams at night, 2 milligrams in the afternoon, and then mix it with alcohol here and there, those people can get really hurt when they stop or die. So my father's literally popping pills that get high as a kite at nighttime, mixing it with alcohol. But what I know, if you take one Ativan and you take two full martini glasses of gin, it'll be like you drank 5 or 4 martinis, and it'll be like you took 5 milligrams of benzos. And if you do this every night, you grow a permanent tolerance. Everybody who knows or has been an addict knows this. I took classes. I have a degree to work with addicts. Yes, I took a year class in MATSE, which they gave me a diploma that allows me to work in the addict field. I've been trained. I took classes. Even at age 13, I was taking classes. So I know how to identify an addict. I know the symptoms of an addict. I know everything about the drugs. I know about nature. And I also studied. Oh my God, I'm going to vomit again. My nervous system isn't good. I'm trying to talk and I'm not even moving. I got my eyes closed. Why the fuck? I also studied plants, horticulture, and holistic medicine. Just about every medicine out there. Everything from bay leaves to ginger to natural remedies to just all of it. I also try to study the alkaloids. I call them compounds or chemicals, but the proper name is alkaloids. And I studied also the alkaloids in plants. Like, did you know that cinnamon, cloves, and sassafras bark have a precursor to ecstasy? So if you take cinnamon, cloves, and sassafras bark and make a cup of tea, it will make you relax and have better sex. I'm not kidding. Why? Because you're taking low doses of MDA, the precursor to MDMA. MDA is sassafras or sassafras root that's been concentrated into a drug. Now, if you make it into a tea, like I told you with cinnamon, cloves, and sassafras bark, it's not a drug. You haven't put it through a lab. You haven't made it look like heroin. It's nothing like that. It won't get you high, but it'll help your blood pressure. It'll help you relax. And the only risk is if you take more than 6 glasses a day, there might be some problems with your kidneys from the sassafras bark. Extremely high doses in rats have been shown to cause some problems, but there are lots of drinks. Like, did you know if you eat too much licorice, it will shut down your kidneys? Did you know if you drink too much black tea, it will shut down your kidneys? So if you take too much sassafras tea, black tea, or licorice tea, yes, it will shut down your kidneys. All 3 of those have the same side effect. Anyways, so yeah, I've spent 25 years trying to make myself better by going to doctors, asking what can help it, trying to settle my stomach, trying to figure out what can help, learning that pills are dangerous thanks to my mother poisoning me repeatedly, learning that some doctors with bad information get you hurt. A doctor that's helping you based on a crazy person's information will get you hurt. If a doctor is not listening to the patient's actual disabilities or injuries and only listening to 15 years of a nut make up fantasies and stories, yeah, you're going to get fucking hurt. You're going to have a lot of problems with that doctor. And that's what I run into repeatedly. No, I think I'm going to have a seizure. I got to stop.